What's going on? Doing? What's good, ASMR Hood? How you doing? How you living? Who is screwing? Who is screwing? Who is screwing? We have good old sex, drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, and Cocoa Puffs, and Cocoa Puffs, and Cocoa Puffs. Y'all really been fucking this book, so you know, I ain't gonna hold you off on reading them chapters. Like, with the last book we read, I was really doing it in between time, really spreading it out. And the last time I recorded this video, last time I recorded a reading this book video. Let me find some of my chapstick first. My goodness. Last time I recorded a video reading this book, it was accidentally lo-fi. It was literally accidentally fucking lo-fi. I put a little bit too much. It was accidentally lo-fi, and that's on my part. That is on my part. That is on my part. My bad. My bad. I'll take the fall for that one. But this time we got it. We got it. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. No rage clips before this video starts. Just nice, calm reading. Let me scoot up. Get a bit close. A little bit close. Now, why the fuck is my controller in front of me? We are on chapter 4. Every dog must have. Oh my god, I'm already fucking up, boy. What the fuck? Every dog must have his every day. Every drunk must have his drink. Okay, now I honestly have no, concept of what we're about to get into. But the last chapter. That page was a little bit too loud for me. The last chapters. Hold on. Let's see. God damn. I just want to see what the title of the last chapter was. My goodness, brother. What a fucking page. How the hell? Okay, I think I skipped it. Hold on. Give me a second. We're about to get started. Give me a second. Oh, it was what happens when people stop being polite. Okay. Every dog must have his every day. Every drunk must have his drink. Several months before, 19 unsmiling people from the Middle East woke up early on a Tuesday in order to commit suicide by flying planes into tall New York office buildings. Oh, okay. I sent out a mass email to several acquaintances that focused on the concept of patriotism. At the time, I don't really like this word because patriotism, it doesn't sound like I'm saying it right, but I feel like I'm saying it right, from the way it looks. But, honestly, we just keep going. Patriotism seems like a quaint, baffling concept. It was almost like asking people to express their feelings on the art of blacksmithing. But sometimes I like to ask people what they think about blacksmithing too. So anyway, here was the concept of my email. I gave everyone two potential options for a hypothetical blind date and asked them to pick who they'd prefer. The only things they knew about the first candidate was that he or she was attractive and successful. The only things they knew about the second candidate was that he or she, I just read that fucking again. No, oh my god. The only things they knew about the second candidate was that he or she was attractive, successful, and extremely patriotic. No other details were provided or could be ascertained. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Ascertained. Just about every immediately responded by selecting the first individual. They viewed patriotism as a downside. I wasn't too surprised. In fact, I was mostly just amused by how everyone seems to think extremely patriotic. People weren't just undateable, but totally fucking insane. One of them wrote that the quality of patriotism was on par with regular listening to Cat Stevens and loves Robin Williams movies. Comparisons were made to Ted Nugent and Patrick Henry, and one especially snide fellow sent back a mass message to the entire email group. Boy. Essentially claiming that any woman who loved America didn't deserve to date him. Not because he hated his country, but because patriotic people weren't smart. That last response one of my friends, a 31-year-old lawyer who had been the only individual in the entire group who claimed to prefer the extremely patriotic candidate to the alternative. He sent me one of the most sincerely aggravated epistles I've ever received, and I still recall a segment of his electronic diatribe that was painfully accurate. You know how historians call people who came of age during World War II the greatest generation? No one will ever say that about us. He wrote, we'll be the cool generation. Let me get the way I'm sitting correctly, because let me lock in. Because why is the back of the chair not sitting up with me? Come on, scoot up. Yep. There we go. Alright, I'm locked in. Let me see where I was. Oh, no one will ever say that about us. He wrote, we'll be the cool generation. That's all we're good at, and that's all you and your friends seem to inspire to. That's what's kind of ironic about this statement, is that I think my lawyer friend was trying to make me revelate the state of my life, but it mostly just made me think about Billy Joel. What the fuck? Nobody would ever claim that Billy Joel is cool in the conventional sense, particularly if they're the kind of person who actively worries about the coolness is supposed to mean. Billy Joel is also not cool in the kitschy, campy, he's so uncool he's cool sense, which also happens to be the most tired designation in popular culture. He was no intrinsic coolness, and he has no extrinsic. What the fuck are these words, dude? Extrinsic. What the fuck? Extrinsic. There you go. See, I'm learning. Extrinsic coolness. If cool was a color, it would be black. That's real. And Billy Joel would be sort of burnt orange. Damn, is he trying to say he's not cool? Yeah, Billy Joel is great, and he's not great because he's uncool, nor is he great because he doesn't worry about being cool. Because I think he kind of does. No, he's great in the same way that your dead grandfather is great, because unlike 99% of pop artists, there is absolutely no relationship between Joel's greatness and Joel's coolness, or lack thereof. Just as there's no relationship between the greatness of serving in World War II and the coolness of serving in World War II. What he does as an artist would be better if he was significantly cooler, and it's not worse because he isn't, and that's sort of amazing when one considers that he's supposedly a rock star. Supposedly a rock star. On to the next page. Let me scoot up. That's my problem. For just about everybody else, let me scoot this motherfucker. Turn the gain up a little bit because I'm, leaning back. For just about everybody else, and the idiom of rock being cool is pretty much the whole job description. It's difficult to think of rock artists who are great without being cool, since that's precisely why we need them to exist. There have been countless bands in rock history: T-Rex, Jane's Addiction, The White Stripes, etc. What the fuck, etc. That says E.T.All. I think that's a rock band, E.T.All, who I always classify as great, even though they're really just spine-crushingly cool. What they are is more important than what they do, and this is not a criticism of coolness. By and large, the musical component of rock isn't nearly as important as the iconography, fuck this, and the posturing, and the idea of what we're supposed to be experiencing. If given the choice between hearing a great band and seeing a cool band, I'll take the latter every single time. This is why the Eagles... What? I'm not finishing that sentence. But it's the... No, hold the fuck up. Why the fuck are we dissing the Eagles? What? This is why the Eagles suck. I'm not finishing that sentence, but you know what he about to say. Alright, see, I'm alright, babe. But it's the constraints of that very relationship that give Billy Joel his suburban, what the fuck, why are they separating the long ass word? words. Subterranean. There we go. Subterranean. Fabulousity. Subterranean fabulousity. And it's why he's unassumingly superior to all his mainstream 70s peers who got far more credit. James Taylor, Carole King, Bruce Springsteen, etc. Joel is the only rock star I've ever loved who I never wanted to be, not even when he was sleeping with Christy Brinkley. Every one of Joel's important songs, including the happy ones, are ultimately about loneliness, and it's not clever lonely like Morrissey or interesting lonely like Radiohead. It's lonely like the way it feels when you're being hugged by someone and it somehow makes you sadder. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the god-awful current event songs that seemed like a ripoff of REM? 1989's We Didn't Start the Fire. What's lonely about that, do you ask? Well, my response is simple. I don't count that song. I don't count anything that comes after his Innocent Man album, and I barely count that one. And aesthetically, this is totally acceptable. Unless they die before the age of 33, nobody's entire career matters, and we all unconsciously understand this. If you're trapped in a Beatles-Stone debate, it's not like anybody tries to prove a point by comparing Help to Steel Wheels. Black Sabbath is the most underrated band in rock history, and that designation isn't weakened by 1994's goddamn, hold on, the back of my head is itching by, oh, right there. Okay, back to it. Isn't weakened by 1994's cross purposes. Even guys who make relatively important albums in the twilight of their artistic life, most notably Bob Dylan and Neil Young, are granted unlimited lines of critical credit simply for not making albums that are completely terrible. The unspoken, though much denied, conceit of everybody who loves rock and roll is that old and rickety can be relevant at all. Yeah. So anything remotely close, the social consequence is asking to genius. That's why Love and Death was classified as classic in 2001, even though it would have been nothing more than solid in 1976. So no one is denying that Billy has to put out crap for as many years as he put out quality. But it doesn't matter because he never had the responsibility of staying cool. His crappiest albums, The Bridge, River of Dreams, etc. That's how I was supposed to read that. Can't just be separated out and ignored entirely, unlike Lou Reed or David Bowie. Billy Joel is not a larger pop construct or an expansive pop idea. Billy Joel is just a guy. And that's why, unlike someone else like Jeff Buckley, his records wouldn't seem any better if he was dead. What I'm saying is that there are no conditions for appreciating Billy Joel. I'm not sure loving an album like Glass Houses says anything about me or about anyone. And in theory, this should make it a bad record or, at best, a meaningless artifact. It should make liking Glass Houses I'm sorry, for reading the goddamn book on the desk. Glass Houses aching to liking mashed potatoes or raining afternoons. You can't characterize. I was about to say characterize. You can't characterize your self-image through its 10 songs. I was 8 when that record came out in 1980. I vividly recall both my sister Teresa, who was 19, my brother Paul, who was 18, playing Glass Houses constantly, which was normally unthinkable. Teresa liked the Police and Elton John, and Paul liked Molly Hatchet, and Foreigner. The only albums they could play when they were in the same room were Cheap Tricks at Budokan and Glass Houses. Retrospectively, the unilateral Cheap Trick fixation made perfect sense. Cheap Trick was good at being cool for everybody. They rocked just hard enough to be cool to metal kids. They looked just cool enough to be new wave. And Robin Zander had the kind of hair that semi-mature teenage girls wanted to play with. Even today, the Cheap Trick logo stands as the coolest looking font in the history of rock. But none of those qualities can be applied to Glass Houses now or then. should have mattered to anyone, and certainly not to everyone. However, even I liked that record, and I was 8, and I didn't like records when I was 8. I mostly liked dinosaurs and math. Lame ass little kid. That was all new. But what's even weirder is that I could relate to this album, and I can still relate to it differently, I suppose, but maybe less differently than I realized. What I heard on Glass Houses and what I still hear is somebody who's bored and trapped and unimpressed by his own success, all of which are sentiments that have never stopped making sense to me. It's always difficult to understand what people think they're hearing when they listen to the radio. This was especially true in the 1970s, when there seemed to be no difference between what was supposedly good music and what was supposedly bad music. WMMS, the premier radio station in Cleveland during the Carter administration, was famous for playing Springsteen's Born to Run every Friday afternoon at exactly 5 p.m. For years, that was the station's calling card, and this was done without irony. This song was supposed to serve as the anthem and the spirit for working class Northeast Ohioans. What the fuck? Eventually, that's what Born to Run became. But what nobody seemed to notice is that this song was some of the most ridiculous lyrics ever recorded. Half the time, Springsteen writes like someone typing a PG-13 letter for penthouse form. The lines, "Just wrap your legs around these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines," is as funny as anything Tenacious D ever recorded, except Bruce is trying to be deep. But Bruce is trying to be deep. Now it's like this song is necessarily terrible. It's certainly better than everything on Born in the USA, except Glory Days and maybe I'm Going Down. But it's difficult to understand why Born to Run is considered a higher poetic achievement than Meatloaf's Paradise by Dashboard Light or Van Halen's Running with the Devil. Two equally popular songs from the same period that express roughly similar themes while earning no credit whatsoever. So the real question becomes, why did this happen? Part of it is probably based in fact. I suppose Springsteen is more real or whatever, and it took a legitimately emotive risk with his highest earning 8th grade poetry, referring to your guts as my engines may be idiotic, but I have little doubt that Bruce really thinks of his ribcage in those terms. However, Springsteen's sincerity only mattered if you had a predetermined opinion about what he was trying to accomplish. David Lee Roth might have been sincere, but he was just a cool kid trying to get laid. Meatloaf might have been sincere, but he was just a fat goofball who was cool in spite of himself. But Bruce was trying to save you. He appealed to the kind of desperate intellectual who halfway believed that when not recording or touring, Springsteen actually went back to New York to work at a car wash. Steen was about to read the same sentence again before he even utters his lyrics. People accept his words as insights into their version of existence. Had Bruce written Paradise by the Dashboard Light, people would play it at weddings. Once again, I want to stress that I have no qualms with how this process works. I'm not interested in trying to convince anyone that they should. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not interested in trying to convince anyone that they should or shouldn't adore whichever denim-clad icon they choose. However, this abstract relationship between, I love people that use words like that. I'm sorry for keep pausing, in the middle of the book, but denim-clad icon, that is a nice sequence of wording. However, this abstract relationship between the perception of the artist and the appreciation of his product unfairly ghettoized, that's a fucking word. Ghettoized. Is that a real word? Ghettoized Billy Joel while he was making the best music of his career and some of the best music of the late 70s and early 80s, because Billy is not cool like Elvis Costello, that was his last name, Elvis Costello, Elvis Presley, and because he's not anti-cool like Randy Newman. Joel was perceived as edgeless light rock. All anybody noticed was the dulcet blinking of his piano. Since his songs were so radio friendly, it was assumed that he was the FM version of AM. This is what happens when you don't construct an archetype or archetypical persona. If you're popular and melodic oh my god, if you're popular and melodic and faceless, you seem meaningless. The same thing happened to Steely Dan, a group who served as a house band for every 1978 West Coast singles bar despite being next page. Oh, despite being more lyrically subversive than the Sex Pistols and the Clash combined. If a musician can't convince people that he's cool, nobody cool is going to care. That's real. And in the realm of rock and roll, the cool kids fucking rule. In fact, I sometimes expect that if I had first heard Glass Houses 5 years later than I did when I was, when I was, say, 13, I might have hated it before. Okay, I gotta actually log in. I might have hated it before I even put the needle down. The whole metaphor behind the cover shot. Look, I'm self-reflexively throwing rocks at my identity. Might have actually set up. That's my damn problem. And this fucking damn jacket, like, get from behind me. Dad, what is it? That was it right there. The jacket was in the goddamn way. Y'all can't lie. Throwing rocks at my identity might have seemed forced, and the skinny tie he's wearing on the back cover would have seemed like something from the Nag's closet, and everybody hated the Nag in 1985, including, I think, the actual members of the Nag. But because I was too young to understand that rock music was supposed to be cool, I played Glass Houses in my basement, that's what he said, in my basement, and in my base, what the fuck, I'm sorry. I played Glass Houses in my basement ad nauseum, and in that weird second grade way, I studied its contents. My favorite song was All for Lena. At the conclusion of side 1, this will probably help out a lot. At the conclusion of side 1, where Billy claimed to be kidding myself, wasting my time. However, I mostly listened to side 2, which included I Don't Want to Be Alone Anymore, where Billy enters a relationship only because his female acquaintance is bored with the dating. Damn. Sleeping with the television on, where Billy expresses regret for being a thinking man, which is already how I viewed myself at the age of 8. And the Pasueto metal, close to the borderline, where Billy suddenly becomes Frank Serpico. Certainly, it's not as if Billy Joel was the first artist who ever sang about being inexplicably depressed. See, I'm telling you, I know them big words, but some of them be fucking me up. Inexplicably depressed, but he might be the first artist who ever sang about getting yelled at by his dad for being depressed, which is less a commentary on his father and more of an illustration of how Joel couldn't deny that he had no valid reason to be unhappy, yet still was. When I eventually learned that Joel tried to kill himself in 1969 by drinking half a bottle of furniture polish, how goth, I wasn't the least bit of surprised. Joel's best work always sounds like unsuccessful suicidal attempts. Damn. Glass Houses sold 7 million records, mostly on the strength of its singles. You may be right, and it's still rock and roll to me. These songs are okay, I guess, although they never struck me as being particularly reflective on anything too important. They felt and still feel a tad melodramatic. They seem like they're supposed to be hit singles, which means they sound like they're supposed to be experienced in public, because Joel has no clear connotation as a public figure. These songs don't gain any significance by being popular. That paradox is even more evident on Joel's 1982 follow-up album, The Nylon Curtain. An opus with 3 decent songs that a lot of people know by heart: Allentown, Pressure, and Goodnight Saigon, and 6 amazingly self-exploratory songs that almost no one except die-hard fans are even vaguely familiar with. Granted, I realize that I'm making a trite, super fanish argument. I constantly meet people who love some terrible band, usually the Moody Blues, and proceed to tell me that the reason I fail to understand their greatness is because I only know what I've heard on the radio. Most of the time, these people are completely wrong. While the finest Led Zeppelin songs are, for example, are all obscure. The most important Zepp songs are Whole Lotta Love, Immigrant Song, and Stairway to Heaven. These are the tracks that define the Zeppelin. I hope I'm saying that right. Zeppelin was about beyond their tangible iconography. As a loud four-piece rock band, Houses of the Holy is a great small G album, but those aforementioned these three songs are why Led Zeppelin is great big G. This is true for most artists, so that being the case, it seems strange to advocate Billy Joel's greatness big G by pointing to unheralded songs off the Nylon Curtain, an album that only sold 1 million copies. Only sold 1 million copies and was widely seen as a commercial disappointment. Damn. Now, when you get to the point where my motherfucker say you only sold 1 million copies, I feel like you still doing something right. Like, that's crazy. Logically, I should be talking about 1973's Piano Man, his bread and butter, Tour de Force, the goddamn it, stop moving, dumb book, and the one Joel song that is forever part of the culture lexicon. But that deconstruction angle wouldn't work in this particular case. To argue for Joel's importance on the strength of Piano Man would make him no more consequential than Don McLean or Dexy's Midnight Runners. Piano Man now belongs to everybody, and most of that everybody couldn't care less about its source. Saying you like Piano Man doesn't mean you like Billy Joel. It means you're willing to go to a piano bar if there's nothing else to do. Meanwhile, saying you like Immigrant Song, or even just saying that you don't hate Stairway to Heaven, means you like Led Zeppelin, and to say you like Led Zeppelin means you like their highly stylized, like, what the fuck am I saying? Version of cock rock. I'm getting cut off guard. Version of cock rock. Is that a real thing? Cock rock. Cock rock, cool. It means you accept a certain kind of art. Pretty much everybody agrees that Zeppelin is at the very least cool to mainstream audiences. So their timelessness and significance is best defined by their best known work. That's how it works with cool artist, Miles Davis, Iggy Pop, whoever. But as I've stated it all along, Billy Joel is not cool. Even though Piano Man is autobiographical. It's not important that he's the guy who wrote the words and sang the song. I'm sure it would be just as popular if Bernie Taupin had came up with those lyrics and Elton John had released it as the second single of Madman Across the Water, because there's nothing about Joel's personage that's integral to his success. He's one of the only hyper mainstream pop artists who's brilliant for reasons and for songs that almost no one is aware of. Which brings me back to the Nylon Curtain. The reason I generally dismiss the popular songs on this record is because they seem like big ideas that aren't about any specific person, and Joel is better when he does the opposite. Allentown has a likable structure, but it's just this big song about why baby boomers supposedly have it rough. Pressure is the big keyboard, the big keyboardy bright lights. Big City Coke song, Goodnight Saigon, is the big retrospective Vietnam song that's critical of the war but supportive of the people who fought there. A distinction nobody seemed to put, goddamn it, get the light on the word, to put forward until they started reading Time. Hearing a little bit of stuff in the background, reading Time Life books in the early 1980s. All of this is fine and painless, and my assumption is that these three songs are the tunes conventional Joel's proponents adore, but it's two other songs, Laura and Where's the Orchestra, that warrant a completely a spokesman for the disaffection of success. Joel wanted the Nylon Curtain to be like a mid-period Beatles record, which would be like wanting this book to be as good as Catch-22, but Laura and Where's the Orchestra really are as good as most of what's on the White Album. This is because the first song says things so directly that its words shouldn't make sense to anybody else, and yet they do, while the latter is so metaphorically vague that nobody should be able to understand what he's implying. Yet I've listened to this song for 20 years and still feel like I'm missing something. Damn, boy, old as fuck. Laura is about a relentlessly desperate woman, possibly his ex-wife, possibly someone else, possibly somebody fictional, who is slowly killing the narrator by refusing to end a relationship that's clearly over. Making matters worse is the narrator's inability to say no to Laura, a woman who continues to sexually control him. Now, the reason I keep using the term narrator as opposed to Billy is because the amazingly personal song never makes me think of the person who's singing it. Whenever I hear Laura, I immediately put myself in Joel's position. And he sort of disappears into the ether. It's almost as if Joel's role in the musical experience is just to create a framework that I can place myself into. Some of Raymond Carver's best stories do the same thing. The Laura character has specific but not exclusionary traits. Her behavior seems unique but still somewhat universal, and the mood of Joel's piano. Joel's piano playing has a quality that jams hopelessness into beauty. This is a song about someone whose life is technically and superficially perfect, but secretly in shambles. It's about having a dark secret, but once again, not a cool secret. This is not a sexy problem like heroin addiction. What? That's not a sexy problem. This, or even an interesting one, like the entanglements expressed in Rufus Wainwright's instant pleasure of Sloane's Underwhelmed. It's mostly just exhausting, and that's how it feels. Where's the Orchestra reveals the same sentiments, only sadder. The lyrics are one long illusion to watch, a theoretical production that isn't satisfying, and virtually anyone can figure out that Joel is actually discussing the inexplicable emptiness of his own life. The words are not subtle. The words are not subtle, but it paints a worldview that I have never been able to see through, and there has never been a point in my life, be it junior high, college, or 10 minutes ago, when this song didn't seem like the single most accurate depiction of my feelings toward the entire world. That's real. Like, I feel like we all got a song that feel like that. In fact, sometimes I tell people that they will understand me better if they listen to Where's the Orchestra. Yeah, I swear, like, I feel like a lot of people will, like, understand me better if they just listen to The Top of the World by Jace. Oh God. And you know that they never do, and it's because they all inevitably think the song is actually about them. That's what all of the Nylon Curtain is really about. I think the New Depression, which started around the same time the album came out, people have always been depressed, but during the early 80s, there just seemed to be this overwhelming public consensus that being depressed was the most normal thing anyone could be. In fact, being depressed sort of meant you were smart, and in a larger sense, Joel's music was documenting the idea from the very beginning. A song like Honesty on 1978's 52nd Street implies that the only way you can tell whether someone really cares about you is if they tell you you're bad. So it goes. A ballad released in 1990 but actually written in 1983 has Joel conceding that every woman who loves him will eventually decide to leave. Scenes from an Italian restaurant off The Stranger is about how the most perfect relationships are inevitably the most doomed. What the fuck? How? Joel's music always has an undercurrent, railing against the desire for perfection. Another song off The Stranger, Just the Way You Are, proves the sentiment twice, once cleverly and once profoundly. To this day, women are touched by the words of Just the Way You Are, a musical love letter that says everything everybody wants to hear. You're not flawless, but you're still what I want. It wasn't written by Joel's wife and manager, Elizabeth Weber, and it outlines how he doesn't want his woman to try wants his woman to try something new, fashion or dye her hair blonde or work on being witty. He specifically asks that she don't go changing in the hopes of pleasing him. The short-term analysis is that this is a criticism of perfection, but in the best possible way. It's like Billy is saying he loves Weber because she's not perfect and that he could never leave her in times of trouble. The sad irony, of course, is that Joel divorced Elizabeth 3 years after Just the Way You Are won a Grammy for the song of the year. Obviously, someone would say that cheapens the song and makes it irrelevant. I think the opposite is true. I think the fact that Joel divorced the woman he wrote this song about makes his single. Damn. I think the fact that Joel divorced the woman he wrote this song about makes it his single greatest achievement. When I hear Just the Way You Are, it never makes me think of Joel's broken marriage. It makes me think about all the perfectly scribed love letters and drunken emails I have written over the past 12 years, and about all the various women who've received them. I think about how I told them they changed the way I thought about the universe, and that they made every other woman on earth unattractive, and that I would love them unconditionally, even though we were never together. Dwayne's not like me. Hold on. What did he say? I hate that those letters still exist, but I don't hate them because what I said was false. I hate them because I hate them because what I said was completely true. Damn, that's real right there. That's real right there. My convictions could not have been stronger when I wrote those words, and for whatever reason, they still faded into nothingness. 3 times I have been certain that I could never love anyone else, and I was wrong every time. Those old love letters remind me of my emotional failure and my accidental lies, just the way you are undoubtedly reminds Joel of his. Perhaps this is why I can't see Billy Joel as cool. Perhaps it's because all he makes me see is me. Damn, Twin really got deep. I'm not gonna lie. Twin really got deep with this chapter. Shit, it took us about almost 40 minutes. Twin took us about almost 40 minutes. Chapter 5 is Appetite for Replication. Appetite for Replication. The first sentence is, she is not a beautiful woman. Goddamn. I wonder exactly how that's gonna go. Still got the whole Wine Punch bookmark. I wonder exactly how that's gonna go. Let me see how many pages did we just read. What page we on? 56. What is my motherfucker start? I'm at 46. Then we just read 14 pages. That did not feel like 14 pages. Boy, I'm getting better and better at reading, boy. But not like y'all. I'm just gonna put this motherfucker right here. Okay, it doesn't want to sit there. I'm just gonna put this motherfucker right here as I speak for a little bit. But like y'all just don't know how much like y'all have been really like shit. Like honestly, I feel like I wouldn't actually read a book if I didn't have a reason to. And like y'all really give me a reason to read. And like y'all really unlocking a lot of shit. Like y'all really helping me tap into a lot of shit for like I don't know how helpful y'all really is. Like I did I read Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success on my own time, but like I honestly would not just read a book just to read a book. Can't be real, but like y'all are really helping me like tap into like other sides of life and shit, like other experiences type shit. Cause like I feel like having knowledge, there's nothing wrong with having knowledge at all. And like I'm not gonna lie, I do be paying attention, I do be listening to this shit, but I would never like just do it on my free time type shit. And well, this is my free time. Well, you know what? An actual reason behind it, like I feel like as I'm alone, I don't really do too many like things like this because I just feel like I could be doing like so many other better things. Like if I wasn't recording, I feel like it'd be no point of me to go reading and like try to gain information or to gain knowledge, because I feel like you should just go search out the knowledge at this point. But like y'all really helping me tap into like the older ways of living life type shit. Like, and that's real right there, Twin. That's real. Like you're real hitter for that. Like you're real hitter for that, bro. Like on my soul, like you're real for that. Like look at my hair, y'all. Look at my hair. Like I'm talking about like why the brown keep trying to pop back up. Like don't make me dye you black again, boy. Like look at this right here. Like crazy. And this is exactly how I know my hair is not locked fully lit. Like look at this shit. Like you see how it's all I hate when they do that. 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 So I gotta wait a little bit for them. Like I really gotta still wait. Probably about to go a couple more months till these really lock. Like y'all be saying top 5 dress and shit. Y'all might just be glazing low-key because I feel like these motherfuckers ain't even nowhere near to where they need to be. Y'all might be glazing. Y'all might be glazing. But no, sometimes in the video they do be looking good or they do be looking. They do be looking good or they do be looking good or they do be looking good. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next section of this video. You never know what it's gonna be. Shit, I don't even know yet. You don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But I'm about to go smoke twin. I done did everything I need to do for today. So I'm gonna go do a little bit of relaxing. And I just got to the chimera and arc. Well, I didn't just get to the chimera and arc, but I'm at the chimera and stair arc. So if you know what the stair arc is, then you know that motherfucking the stair part on Hunter x Hunter on the chimera and arc literally takes like 10 episodes itself just for them to get up the stairs, and I'm literally coming up on that part right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go smoke and then probably just watch the rest of that shit and just relax for the rest of the night. Let's have more videos updated daily. More videos updated daily. And if you ever want to, tap into the music, I be dropping shit on Judah, Juddaman. I be dropping like behind the scenes of like, how I'll be making my music and shit. And the process of it and shit. My thought process, like it really shows you like how I be thinking and shit. And I'll be dropping on the game channel as well. So check out those Divine Nerd, Judah man. But I'm gonna see y'all guys in the next section. We've been on a lot of shit. I've been on a lot of shit. Let me get the fuck up out of here. I'm about to go. I would smoke this, but I'm probably gonna put it into the bowl. That's what I was thinking about. I might do that instead. Well, honestly, no. Should I smoke this thing and then put the rest into the bowl? Or should I? No, honestly, yeah, I'm probably gonna cut this motherfucker up because I'm not gonna let these be burning. They be burning a little bit oddly. Like these ones wasn't as good as the last ones I got. But, they're not bad as well. So, yeah, I'm probably finna go put this shit in the bowl. Yeah, that's probably what I'm finna go do, twin. I'ma see it in the next motherfucking section. Hope you really enjoyed that book. You probably sleep by now. If you're not asleep by now, you're just a real one. You still got about like 18 minutes left until I decide about ending this video. But you might have 30 minutes left. You never know what a motherfucker like me. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning right now. Well, damn, I can't look at any clock because I haven't put batteries in my clock. That usually goes on top of my desk. But it's like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's why the lights are red. Honestly, don't want that bright ass light in my face right now. And that shit low-key be getting in the way of my focus. But we just about to chill, relax. Probably finna go smoke a little bit. And shit like that. Honestly, I don't know. I've been really trying to break down. I don't know why I haven't really been able to get sleep. Like, I think I found the answer to it. Because, the part before this, I recorded like a couple hours ago. Probably like, well, honestly, no. I recorded that probably like 10 o'clock. So it's been a good couple hours since then. I uploaded a video. And ever since I got that video uploaded, I don't know, I just haven't been able to really like, well, I probably could have went to sleep if I turned the Hunter x Hunter off. But like just naturally, like usually I like fall asleep while I'm watching those things. But like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't been able to really like, actually just fall asleep because I haven't been like satisfied. And I feel like I don't really fall asleep until I'm satisfied type shit. So like, I feel like, I don't know what it is, like my eyes, I feel like this eye right here is starting to swell up, but like, it doesn't feel like that anymore. So, we might be good. But, I could go smoke this, but I'm gonna put it into my bowl. My bowl. Well, honestly, when I think about it, the bowl has low-key decisions. Because when I was in the bowl, I'm not gonna lie, and let me yawn. I deserve to yawn. I deserve to goddamn yawn. Ooh, child. I've been, well, honestly, these have been burning. Like I told y'all, these have been burning asly. Like, like it'll burn on one side faster than the other, and it'll keep pissing me off. But the bowl, I don't have a lighter anymore. My lighter went out, so that's why I'm really contemplating and decide to know if I want to use the bulb because the lighter I have to use, I don't want to use it. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. This is probably my last time smoking for a while, because you know, honestly, I'd rather put my focus and time into, you know, the things that'll get me farther in life. And you know, I feel like smoking isn't going anywhere. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's not leaving me behind. It's not, you know, gonna ever disappear from this earth. You know, I feel like, you know, the natural plants, you know, like weed and shit, like it's never just gonna run away. You know, it's not going anywhere. So like, we're gonna start tapping into other things, because I know y'all really fuck with like the smoking videos, and you know, the just vibing and relaxing videos. Like, I know y'all really mess with these. So you know, I'm gonna give you one last good, nice, you know, little just chill smoking ramble to really end it off. To really end it off in nice fashion. I'm not gonna throw the rest of that in there. I'm gonna save that because, you know, I want to OD is already enough on this motherfucker. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna cap. But you know, I don't like just taking things away, you know, because y'all have really been fucking with these videos. Like, I don't know what it is about the Zaza in the title, but since I put Zaza in the title, y'all motherfuckers flock straight to it. But another thing that I need to announce as well, that's why I decided to, you know, get up out of my bed and, you know, go record a video, because I planned on trying to go to sleep and then finishing this video, but I was like, get that shit done, fool. That's another reason why I feel like I can go to sleep, because I know I want to get this shit done. So like, get that shit done, fool. Like, this is a prime example of get that shit done, twin. Get that shit done, twin. Get that shit done, twin. If you know you got some shit that you need to get done, get that shit done, twin. But you know, I really just been really finding out where I really need to focus on, where I really need to get at, and where I really need to keep my, you know, my eyes on the prize. I'm not gonna lie, I said I wasn't gonna put more into this, but I think I lied a little bit. I'm probably gonna put the rest of this shit on top of it. Nice word, bit that corner, whoa. Like, y'all funny, bro. It's the fact that no matter what type of meme it is, no matter, you know, where it's from, y'all always end up in my comments with them shits. I might swerve, bit that corner, whoa. Hold on, talk, cause I might just gotta let that shit blow. Might as well. Like, when I realistically think about it, might as well just put the rest of this shit on there. Fuck it. That motherfucker is full to the brim. Like, literally to the brim. I don't know. Let me see if I can pat this motherfucker down, hopefully. Come here, boy. And another thing about recording at times like this, as soon as I say that, something outside is going fucking crazy. Honestly, don't know what it is. But the things about recording at times like this, you know, you don't have to worry about like any background noise, like I was about to say, as I'm hearing one. But like, you know, shit be chill. Like, I feel like the whole world just be calm. You know, everybody be asleep, everybody be knocked out. Well, except for the people that work late nights, but they at work. But like, the world is just like such a calm, you know, really like dealable place when it's like times like this. Like, let's say 3 a.m. to like a cool, no, like 2 a.m. It's like a cool 6:30 a.m., maybe 7 a.m. depending on the season. But like, it be so calm and relaxing and so chill and just, you know, just manageable, bro. And like, me personally, you know, I honestly love it. Like, I love these times. And like, I used to be more of a daytime type of guy, and I feel like that was when I was more of a basic being. And I feel like there's a different type of levels to being a being. And when I say being, I mean, you know, human being, whatever you want to call it. But I just don't like saying human at the beginning of it, because honestly, I feel like we're greater than that. In the fact that, you know, did we consider ourselves humans? That is a really good question right there. Who considered us humans? Who came out and put that word HUMANS together and said, that's what we are? Damn. Like, and the thing is, we can't prove any of our history. We can't prove any of our, you know, where we came from. Sorry. I be hearing that little shit in my voice coming up on it, like when I be whispering. But like, that's just crazy. It's when we can't prove any of that shit. We can't prove none of it. And like, people start thinking that, it's just a conspiracy theorist, but like, it's not really conspiracy when it's like realistic, and and not even really thinking you're conspiracy theorist. They think you're crazy, and it's not really even thinking crazy. It's thinking realistic. Like, bro, it's so many unanswered questions that we have not answered, and who the fuck is gonna answer them? I'm not. Well, honestly, I feel like I could. I feel like when I be doing like shrooms and shit, I feel like I be having the answers for everything, dude. Like, for everything, and that should be feeling amazing. I feel like I need to take another shroom trip, but that's things that I have to spend my money on that don't really, come back to me in the long run. I feel like I'm gonna stop doing all those things. I'm gonna stop, really wasting my money completely, because it's starting to get to a time where, I really need to just focus on paying bills and staying alive. Paying bills, staying alive, making it to the next day, because I know my future is gonna be bright. I know my future has a lot of things coming, and I know my future had a lot. I just know a lot of things are yet to show. A lot of things are yet to happen, and you just gotta keep fighting, keep staying alive, twin, keep making it to that next day. And that's all that's really been for me lately, twin. Just making it to the next day, making it to the next, next morning, next afternoon, next night, and just keep working, keep doing the things I'm doing, and just keep believing in yourself, keep believing, and just keep working, keep working, and keep believing. Like, that's all I've really been just managing and just really trying to keep up with. And, it's not really a task. It's become one of me. Like, the work and the process, and like the really wanting to see where this can take me, it's just become one of me. And like, that really comes back and circles back around. So like, when I was talking about like, I haven't been able to really like sleep lately, and I think it's because like I'm not okay with like half-assing anymore. Like, I haven't been okay with half-assing for a while now, and like, it's really starting to get to me. Like, when I don't finish what I need to finish, I will not go to sleep. And like, I dead ass will not go to sleep until I finish what I need to finish. And like, this video is a prime example of like, I recorded 42 minutes for the first section when I was reading that book earlier today, well, yesterday. And now, 6 in the morning today, I really was just sitting up through all night. Well, I was uploading that video most of the night, and for the rest of that night, I was really just sitting there watching Hunter x Hunter. But I still had it at the back of my mind that I said I was gonna finish this video before I went to sleep. And look at my ass, 6 in the morning, I'm here finishing this motherfucker, because like, I've really become addicted to the work process, and really addicted to like the fact of not knowing what's next. It just really riles me up. It just really gets me going, and it just really makes me want to like really just know, like, it just really makes me more interested in like working and finding out, because like, the fact of not knowing what's next is really that like, it's really bigger than the why, honestly. Because like, it's like gambling, honestly. It's kind of like gambling, and it's kind of like, when I say take the risk, you're dead ass taking the risk, because you don't know what is going to happen next. You don't know what your outcome can be. You don't know what can become of what you're doing. And that's the thing, like, that's why I feel like we all should just keep on our path and just keep working no matter what, because like, you'll see signs will come, and signs will show if you should continue doing what you're doing, and if you should stop doing what you're doing. And y'all literally let me know that I should continue. Y'all let me know that I should continue, and I should keep striving and keep working. And y'all let me know all the time that I need to keep going and keep going and then keep going. Like, I promise, like, I love y'all. I love y'all, like, to the fucking moon and back, bro. Like, y'all literally let me know all the time, over and over and over and over and over, that I should keep going and keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Like, the thing is, behind camera, off camera, I pray all the time. I pray all the time, and I pray all the time for God to just like show me signs and just let me know that I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm going down the right path, and that I'm walking down the right direction. And I feel like y'all going through the comments and letting me know is like literally the things I've been praying for, and y'all are literally my blessings. Y'all are my blessings, and I really hope everybody that comes across these videos, that sees my videos, I really hope that I make your day better, and I really hope that like I really get through to somebody in each video, and somebody new comes across another video, and like every new post, I hope that I get to somebody new, and like I really hope that I can really inspire them and really like motivate them to really like come out of that shell and really just be that person that they've been wanting to be, bro. Like that's really my main goal. And honestly, it's not really the best thing to try through ASMR because I'm really here to calm you down, really relax you and really like help you go to sleep. But at the same time, it does help. Me, I watch ASMR while being awake, and sometimes I don't always watch it to help me go to sleep, but to help me like really relax and really like chill and really like to really just really just type shit. So like for the people out there that do that watch that, I mean, God damn it, for the people out there that watch ASMR like how I watch it sometimes, and really don't need it to just like always help them go to sleep. That's what I feel like. That's when I feel like my words really come into play, because like I listen to a lot of the videos that I watch. I listen to what they be saying, I listen to what they be talking about, I listen to what they be really getting out. So like if there's people out there that are like me, and like that's what I say, the supporters are people that really relate to you in some way, somehow, and they really like feel a connection between you. So like I feel like that's what really brought you here. I feel like that's what brought you here, that connection, that real, that bond. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track, and I feel like I lost something that I really was supposed to say. So we're gonna go smoke. I honestly don't know why I ended up losing that valuable piece of information that I wanted to say, but I lost it. So I'm not gonna fight it. But I'm not gonna sit here all day and end up wasting all the time that I have left of this 1 hour video. But I've tended to go over 1 hour. It doesn't really matter. But I try to end it at 1 hour so I don't waste too much extra time that I could be putting in something else. But at the same time, I'm yapping. Oh my goddamn yap! I'm yapping. Let's go smoke. I'm gonna go put on a jacket and probably some shorts. I have shorts on. I'm not in my drawers right now. Focus. Let's head downstairs and shit. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday when I was smoking, bro, I was in the garage having a whole goddamn concert. Like I can see myself on that stage, y'all. I'm gonna get on that stage one day, bro. That's what I when I perform. The first song I perform, I wonder what the first song I perform is gonna be, bro. Like it's gonna be fucking amazing. It's gonna be fucking crazy. Like, and just imagine I see some of y'all out there. Like, bro, I'm gonna be on stage performing one day. It's gonna happen. Twin. Like, it's going to happen. And the fact that you're seeing me in this stage right now before I'm anywhere close to it is crazy, dude. Because it's gonna happen. But let's go downstairs and smoke and chill and relax and vibe. But the rest of the time being, for real this time. Y'all know I love putting this jacket on, and I'm really so glad that I bought this motherfucker from Goodwill, because like the motherfucker is like, bro, it's so comfy and like it keeps me so warm. Like sometimes having this motherfucker on be having me too hot, and this is exactly what I needed during the winter time. Like I love throwing this motherfucker on when I'm about to go into a cold area. But let's go downstairs. It's probably the smartest idea. See what I'm saying? Now how did you end up down there? Not gonna lie, I'm looking a little bit snazzy. I forgot to mute. Let me try to mute real quick. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I just thought about muting. I don't know. I haven't muted in a while. What happened to muting? Do motherfuckers still be muting? I don't know why, but lately, with this on, I kind of see what y'all are saying a little bit. Saying that I look like Cardi, but I don't see it completely. But I kind of can see from not ever knowing, like, from never seeing me before and seeing me for the first time, I can understand it a little bit. But I feel like after you see me, after you get used to seeing me, that I feel like it starts to fade away a little bit. But honestly, I don't even see the Rich on me go on ones anymore. Like back then when I was younger, I seen it a little bit when I had like an afro, but I don't really see it anymore that much. It probably is easier to see from different eyes, but from seeing myself for 20 years now, I most definitely can't see it. That makes sense. Let's get to smoking, and as you can see, I have these bad bad boys on because I'm not gonna be here too long. And you know, I like to really enjoy my smokes. I like to really enjoy my sessions. So you know, I like to really mediate, give you a little bit, give myself a little bit. And look at the fucking lighter I have. Okay, so the other lighter, it's a fucking big ass torch, and that shit will literally fucking blow my hands off. Like I tried to use it one time, and literally I almost blew all the fucking weed out of the goddamn bowl. Unacceptable. So let's try this motherfucker. And another thing, you know, I feel like not smoking. Not smoking on this channel anymore. It's a good thing as well. You know, new start. And you know, only reason I say that because shit, they be yellow marking the fuck out the smoking videos anyways. Not all of them. That's the thing. They pick and choose when they want to. But I think it's because sometimes I do be starting off, you know, going straight into the Zaza. And I probably should wait a little bit longer before I do things like that in videos. And that's probably why they be getting yellow marked. But you know, we ain't got time for all that. We ain't got time for them to be trying to fuck up, you know, a YouTube channel that, you know, that I built up off the ground. So I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna follow rules, and I'm gonna do things by the textbook. Suck, I lied. Nah, but on some real shit, I'm gonna start doing some crazy ideas, I just gotta really start managing and mediating better, managing my time. Like, you know, I have 3 accounts, so I really been just trying to put together of how I'm gonna do my best with really keeping up with all 3 of those. And I really been just trying to find a great system for doing that. And I'm really coming together with one. So don't worry. I make sure one thing I know for sure. I'm not lagging, I'm not slacking, I'm not sleeping on the 1 hour video every single day at 9 o'clock. Because, you know, the fact that y'all show me this much love, the least I can do is put every piece of energy I have into giving y'all content, into giving y'all what y'all want to see, into giving y'all videos every day. I feel like that's the least I can do. Literally the least I can do. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm not even giving back enough, bro. Like, I feel like y'all deserve way more. And the thing is, we haven't even hit 10K yet. Like, bro, imagine when we start getting to bigger numbers and shit start paying back for real, and I can put back into this shit for real. Like, I swear to God, like, y'all just don't understand. Like, these are just minimal ideas. These are just shits. These are just things I can get to in my position. Like, these are just experiences and things I can show y'all and reach, and ideas that I can touch in my range. Wait till the range. My bad. Wait till the range. I said a range and range. Like, I put a W instead of an R on that motherfucker. Wait till the range gets wider and I can touch out to more things. Oh my God, I'm telling y'all, shit's gonna get crazy. That's why I'm never gonna stop working, because I know exactly the things that I want to do and the things that I can show, and the things like, bro, my ideas are fucking endless. Once I can touch higher things and higher experiences, and like, bro, oh my God, I'm telling you, it's gonna get so fucking crazy to me. It's gonna get so fucking crazy. That's why I always say, y'all just stay down, stay around, and stay true, bro, and stay true, because I'm telling you, it's gonna get better and better and better and better and better and better and better. I'm telling you, as soon as I get the opportunity, position change, and that's the thing. My dreams come true. God damn it, get your words out. I keep saying 2 different words combined. My dreams come true. So many other people's dreams come true. On God, on everything I love, on everything I love, dog, on everything I love. Like, this shit is bigger than me. Dude. Like, motherfuckers don't get that. And that's the thing, I don't get to talk about that shit to motherfuckers. Like, that's just what I be wanting to let motherfuckers know. Like, don't even worry, bro. Like, that's the thing, keep working on you. But at the same time, like, the motherfuckers that's around me, like, I don't get, like, that's the thing, I don't really give a fuck. Like, in the moment, I give a fuck how you treat me, but like, I get over that shit. And like, at the end of the day, if like you close to me, I don't really hold on to shit for real. Like, I might seem like it might look like it on my face, but at the end of the day, in the back of my head, in the front of my head, in my heart, all those places, I'm just thinking that, like, when this shit happen, bro, you're gonna be sad. Like, I'm really gonna make sure that you don't have to worry about shit else in life. And that's for everybody around me. Like, that's all I be thinking, dude. That's all I be thinking, bro. I swear to God, that's all I be thinking about. And like, I know life is gonna be amazing. I know it's gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna be fun. I know it's gonna be amazing. And like, I've always had a deep down feeling of that's how my life is supposed to be, bro. Like, I feel like this shit is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be like, you're supposed to experience things. You're supposed to see things. You're supposed to enjoy things. Like, and like, lately for me, like the past 4 or 5 years, it's not really been fun, enjoyable. Like, I've had moments, I've had times, but like most of it has just been suffering. But like, that's the thing. You go through things like that for a reason. For a reason, it's supposed to build you, it's supposed to shape you, and that's the thing. You can either let it break you or you can let it make you. You decide. Nobody else gonna decide that for you, doing on some real shit though. Nobody else gonna decide that shit for you. You decide, bro. And like, it's just really all up to how much you want it. That, you know, the decision's gonna come down to. Like, if you don't want it that bad, then shit, give up. Stop trying. Like, it doesn't matter to me. You have to understand, you decide for you. So like, I can say all these things, I can encourage you, I can motivate you, but at the end of the day, you have to do it. You have to do it. So remember, twin, grasp your hands like this. I don't care. Put your hands into a ball. Like, cause when you put your hands into that ball, you feel the energy in your hands. You feel the tightness. Feel that energy, and just hold your hands like this, and just say you can. Say you can, and just know you can. Say it, believe it, and achieve it, twin. Say it, believe it, and achieve it. Like, I'm telling you, just put everything you got into it, because like, when you really think about it, if you enjoy it, no matter what, you're gonna love doing it. You're gonna love doing it. You're gonna love doing it. And just really find something you enjoy and put everything you fucking got into it, because like, it's so many things out here that can make you money. And like, at the end of the day, the world revolves on its twin. So like, at the end of the day, we gotta realize that like, no matter what we do in this world, we gotta get money. We gotta find a way to get money, no matter if it's doing something you enjoy, if it's doing something you hate, if it's doing something you don't like doing. No matter what, we got to get paid, twin. We got to get paid. We got to get paid. We got to get paid. And that's just what the world has been created into. Like, you know, me personally, if I was, you know, if I was conscious at the start of this, like, you know, this whole being, I would have turned this shit around. If I was George Washington, no, if I was the motherfucker who made currency, who made currency, I would have cut all that shit out. We would have just built this shit up from the ground up, and we would have just lived in this shit. I'm telling you, we would have had this motherfucker bunking. If you want to have fun, you can have fun. Shit, like, that's the thing. Like, crime, I feel like it's gonna be a thing no matter what, because it's always that one person that's, so like, I feel like that's the thing that you could never stop. But I feel like creating currency really pulled us up, and it really, like, that's what really has us fighting non-stop, no matter what. Like, if this world goes down in ruins right now, and there's only a certain few select people left, they're still going to end up bumping heads, still going to end up fighting, still going to end up finding a way to see opposite ends. And like, that's just how this world's always gonna be. So no matter what, just get your money and you'll be alright. You'll be alright. You won't have to deal with nobody. Once you have enough money to, you know, have your shit together. And that's the thing, if you making that money your own way, you know, like, your own way, and it's not like you going to a boss, you having a boss, you have like a manager type shit, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's not like I'm saying something wrong with that. But once you're doing it like that, nobody can really tell you, like, they can't tell you shit, twin. They can't tell you shit, they can't say shit to you. Like, that's I feel like that's the best feeling in the world. And that's why, like, that's the thing, I always had a back thought about that when I was young, but I never acted on it. And that was my problem. But I don't regret things like that. You know, I just feel like it was meant for a different time. And if I didn't walk it then, I didn't walk it then. But I'm damn sure gonna walk it now. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me shit. You don't let nobody tell you shit. Be you, man. Be you, because like, who gives a fuck at the end of the day? Like, I feel like my mom was telling me one day, how, like, she was talking about how, like, she's, you know, she's a certain age now. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, you know, once you get to a certain age, you don't give a fuck what people think. And like that, I was really sitting there thinking about, like, damn, like, that's real. Like, I feel like as a teen, you feel like everybody thinking about you. You feel like everybody giving a fuck about you. You feel like everybody got something to say. But like when you 60, 70 years old, you don't give a damn. You're not giving a fuck what somebody else got to say. You don't give a fuck what Ricky Bobby got to say. Like, and I really sat there and thought about this shit. Like, damn. Like when we younger, we really do give a fuck. We really do give too much a fuck about what other people got to say. And like once you get over that, I feel like you can really do fucking anything in this world. Because let's say you record a video and you post it on TikTok and it gets 1 million views. You don't give a fuck what somebody got to say because it is somebody's video. You're gonna say you got 1 million views, but the video get 50 views and your friends laughing at it. It's gonna make you want to delete the video, and you're probably gonna end up deleting the video. So like, you know, it's just, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy about how much the perspective of just like what we've like really normalized out here and what we've really made, you know, comfortable and uncomfortable, and like what we've really like shaped this world to be. Because like it's dead ass crazy how really obsessed we are as humans with numbers. And like it doesn't matter what it is, if it comes down to how much money you have, how many views you get in, how many bitches you got. It's just like it's numbers, and shit is really getting serious. So like, just lock in, man. Tap into that inner you. Lock in, really get that shit down. Really get that shit together, and really get that shit to your life. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do that shit. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't be the shit. Don't let nobody tell you that you are not the shit, cause you is the shit, dude. You just gotta realize it. That's it. That's like, you just gotta realize it. And once you realize it, then when you really come into that being you, I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love that shit. And like, that's the thing. I'm really in the phase of really just like being okay with being alone type shit, because like I've had many moments where like I have days where like I don't give a fuck, but it's always that one day out the week where I give a fuck about being alone, where I be wanting to like chat with somebody, where I be like wanting to talk to somebody, and I'll end up going to like look for somebody to talk to, and like I would just be having to get over that. I be having to get over that phase, really, and that's all I'm really like going through right now, honestly. And like, yeah, life is life, but you know, it ain't always good, it ain't always bad, but at the same time, you know, just life's life at the moment, you know. And I feel like life is always just gonna be life, no matter really what position you in. But shit, you know, you just really gotta thug through that shit to win. But you know, honestly, I'm finna go enjoy some music and really just vibe out. I've really been cooking up some hot shit lately, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it. So like, keep staying tuned in, keep your ears open. You know, eventually one day in life we're gonna get to like, you know, the music videos and shit, like, you know, that phase of like the artistry. And I feel like once we get there, shit gonna be really crazy, dude. Like, I can't imagine myself in a music video. I still got to do that accomplishment, a music video on stage, shit, on tour, shit, a lot of crazy shit I want to do. Like, I feel like this life has so much to offer, and like, I'm not gonna waste these years out, bro. I'm finna really make this shit happen, dude. Like, come on. I'm not gonna wait on you, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna keep waiting on y'all, bro. Come on, bro. Like, on some real shit, like, if you want that shit, go get that shit on. And I love you. And I'm gonna see your ass in the next video on, like, everything. I'm gonna see you in the next video, bro.